following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Well, all of this.
She made us live out a movie.
And you nearly
And
died
with real
falling out
stakes.
of it. She made you almost fall out of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this.
And with sister, a blank check, baby.
There's no guarantee this is the last step.
She said it was the last one.
Oh.
She literally said that after we woke up out of the thing. She was like, "You got the last clue, right?"
He's gonna suspect it's us no matter how well we cover our tracks.
Oh, but
We're gonna have to be real careful.
Barrows, you and he are a lot alike. In another time, you could have been friends.
No, his suspicions after this will put a stop to that.
It's almost like what you need is some kind of ironclad alibi that you were somewhere else. Box of new hot noodles and water filter cartridges. Logical. Well,
Thinking about that alibi.
Well, how are we going to get an alibi without paying somebody off to lie?
Or even if we do go that route, who? Also, it's possible the Force knows where we are. Ziggurat can be used to trace location. Do we pay Ziggurat to change our location data on our agents?
Well,
Or do we just abandon our agents?
We also have to be very
Absolutely.
careful with how we pay Suki, because if we do a direct transfer, then that's gonna show up, and they're gonna be like,
I believe it's common practice for like bigger fixer-related jobs for payment to come in later. It happens with the Kompeki Plaza job. They mention it that it will take a while to come in.
We're bypassing all the fixer-related stuff because they're fixer.
Yeah, but we can still operate in a similar manner.
But except she wanted 500 in advance.
Which we'd have to take out manual and have an excuse for. But officers need to be able to pay people and little bribe type things, so it'd be easy to wave that away. And you think 500 eddies wouldn't be enough to pay this kind of job?
Alibi is a tough one.
We're not in a favourable position with any medias. In fact, I owe some medias a favour. And I feel like the better story here is that we're up to something suspicious. Unless we could offer the media something else, they'd want more.
That
Well,
is true. We could.
Has it occurred to you, John Barrows, that you could leave your agent at home, call Lisa and ask her to just talk to no one for a few hours like you're having a conversation? So they'd be like, where was John Barrows during this? Well, according to his agent, he was on the phone to his girlfriend in his bedroom.
Fuck.
The one time when Big Brother spying on you doing everything can actually help you.
Yeah. I do know that there are people paying to snoop on our Ziggurat stuff, but we don't know exactly what they have access to. If they still have access.
Oh wait, no, I've got it.
Huh?
You get somebody to just grind playing your new favourite video game.
I haven't got my egg guy isn't hatched, and it requires a segment to play with.
Damn.
That could be a good idea, though. Have someone like impersonate me at a tournament.
Hmm?
The best person to do that would be the person we're already roping into, or like Octo Drummer, and he tapes some of his arms behind his back. But I don't know Octo Drummer.
Octo Drummer, yeah.
Man, he could play so much Digital Gladiator. Yeah, I think the Lisa plan might be the best one for that. Then there's just you. I mean, you do have your abs to do something, maybe.
I mean, I could. I'm not sure if that's cheating. Using the person who's giving me the test.
Just say that you're using one of your hints, and all of your hints in a roundabout way, because you didn't use any of them.
That is true. I haven't used any of them.
Combine them all. I have an established habit of talking to Lisa for ages at wonky times of night. / early in the
I
morning.
think I get the feeling that if we both have the same type
it
of
needs to be
elements,
something different.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a netrunner. I mean, you can't run an agent, but there's a lot of crossover skills. It's possible she could just do something to obscure a position for something else, or like you were. Well, you can't use the car.
Can't pretend I was in the net with her.
If that portal to the old net is still active, then you probably could pull that.
So, sorry, I have an alibi for not doing this other crime by I was committing this other
crime.
different crime.
Well, there is kind of this thing that it was kind of raised earlier that it's like if a really good alibi for somebody like Barrows and Straker is that we're doing something else we shouldn't be doing at the same time.
True, but I feel like the old net might be on a similar level of severity.
Yeah.
What's something else that you shouldn't be doing, that you could be doing, that wouldn't be as bad, that would serve as an alibi?
Porn squiffling. Rage mongling.
Rage mongling.
You could be luring Kinos.
The thing is, we've kind of tied up.
Bootlegging DreamWorks movies.
Oh, you absolute monster.
What? Who doesn't love a good watch of Shrock?
Get out of my swamp, donkey.
Can we stop coming up with movies that don't exist that I desperately want to see?
Have you seen Turkish?
No.
Ooh. It's live action for one.
Cannot be good.
Oh, it's Turkish. It's not good.
Oh no! I've got it!
Yeah?
I've got it!
Here we go.
I use my agent to call Minerva. Say something that's incredibly wrong. She will rant at me without me getting a word in for 2 hours straight.
And it'll be perfect.
And then you just leave your agents on.
Yeah. And then when you're silent at the end of it, she's like, oh, he's like, stop listening, or he's just still absorbing all of her pristine information or something.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
That's exactly what...
Execute.
So while Suki is away getting the car, we have to go back home and set up the agents.
You have to get physical eddies out.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to have your agents to do transactions with.
No. So we're both going to get 500 eddies out. So we'll do that now. On the way back, we'll stop and do that. So this goes down to 390.
Look at the bright side. It's Friday evening. You're finna get paid.
Although we did miss,
1, 2,
and
6.
we missed some work, and we got fined a day's work. But it's something. And I'm not dirt poor, so even though I believe lifestyle is coming up, I'll still be able to pay it. Then we go home. I'm going to call Lisa, because I'm going to have to explain a little bit.
John, I was just about to send you a bunch of texts.
Oh, well, in lieu of that, I actually have a favor I need to ask. I'm about to go do something that could be construed as incredibly stupid, and I need an alibi. And I was wondering...
If I can fly all the way back there and...
No, if you could stay on the line and just pretend you're talking to me for the next 2-3 hours.
Sure, it's not like she doesn't do that every night anyway.
That's why it
Candace?
works.
Well, if you think it will help, I certainly would... I'm starting to fart back.
Thanks. So,
Why does it smell? It's a fart bag. Oh.
this means a lot.
Okay. So I just stay on the line and talk.
Yeah, sorta.
Well,
Drake is still getting his set up, so we have a little bit of time.
Minerva.
Vincent Straker.
Look, I need your help with something.
Oh, okay.
Look, my sister's an idiot. I need to explain to her why there is no difference between professional ethical conduct and morality, but she just doesn't get it.
What are you talking about? Of course there is.
No, there isn't.
I
That's
can explain
stupid.
it to you in 5 minutes. Here.
That's why.
She's been replaced. It's not her own.
It is actually a really simple distinction.
I need to think of something that's going to have her go off of me for ages.
Yeah, see?
Bring up the laws we broke in the thing, and be like,
Well, for example, did you hear about what happened to John and I in this brain trance thing?
No.
Okay, so we were we actually believed we were in real life. We time traveled to real life 1985.
What?
Yeah,
You believed that?
yeah. Because it was so convincing that it wasn't a brain dance of any kind. None of the normal signs worked. And while we were there, we stole several cars.
In a brain dance.
We thought it was real, and we did did everything. We did all these things. We broke into a pawn shop and
Stole the money.
Everything we did was 100% justified because we needed it in order to complete the objective and win. And I don't see why that's not a problem. And people don't understand that.
It depends around intent. If you believed you were in a situation that was an otherwise perfectly normal situation, then you intended to commit crimes based on nothing but your own say-so. You have no dispensation from the higher-ups or anything like that, so it entirely depends on whether or not you had some inkling that you were in a virtual scenario. In a virtual scenario. And a piece of toast, and then I brushed my teeth. Candace had rigged my bra, so that was, I'm sure, hilarious to her.
I'm still here, by the way.
Good. That's nice. And of course, they've got one of those newfangled digital mirrors that only reflect when you decide to use the mirror. I don't know why it wouldn't just be a normal mirror that reflects all the time. Yeah, why do you need a tech mirror? That makes no sense.
It just adds
especially with ray tracing now being a thing. It's like reflections just aren't that difficult anymore. I would think mirrors would just work if you've got ray tracing turned on. And notice also that the QMAP reflections are also, they don't show your character model, and that makes reflections look a bit weird when you can't see any character models in them.
I kind of miss the days of having to do wild shit to get reflections to work in video games.
Like in the old days, you used to have an identical room.
Yeah,
on the other
you had
side.
to mirror the whole map or the section you could see. The water room in Resident Evil 4 was literally just double the size because they wanted a reflection.
You used to have to do these things. I'm sorry. Like, Build
So
Engine
cool.
used to have an empty room the same size as the one on the front of the mirror because it had to do a bunch of, screen spacing shit. But anyway.
Oh, I believe we're ready to head out.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Doesn't happen.
Well.
Right, you ready to head back?
I think so.
Well, let's go. I love we've been brushing over the fact that you've been riding bitch this whole time. Because we're using the bike. Just thought I'd bring it up.
Seems like the classy thing to do would be to bring it up while he's in the middle of doing it.
So yes, we go back to the meeting point.
Mm-hmm.
We wait for Suki if she isn't already there, wondering why we left.
Yeah.
Establishing alibis.
Smart. So who are you using? Alibi me or Alibiba?
Huh?
The alibi. Never mind, officer. Oh, I'm never getting back on the edge.
I was making a joke. I don't even have a notepad. What even is paper?
It's a pressed composite of old cereal packages.
Yes.
What did you think recycled paper comes from in the dark future?
Cereal package. I love it.
And old bulk containers.
Right, we're getting close to the time. It's time to check.
Time for your wardrobe and style checks.
Yes.
Yes.
Another skill I'm not super great at.
You gotta Cesar Romero that mustache too.
I'm gonna want it.
Cesar Romero.
What's that?
Cesar Romero was a very, very famous actor who stooped to playing the role of Joker in the 60s Batman television series. He refused to shave his mustache, so they just make-upped over it. Now, on an old TV, you couldn't really tell.
But
however, in the modern age,
it's pretty
it
obvious.
is immediately and very obvious that he has a mustache under that thick, caked-on makeup.
13.
Alright.
God, I'm still serious. I will be serious. Still seriously wounded, actually.
I got a 9.
I mean, as far as you guys can tell, you look like clowns.
This feels wrong, but necessary.
I suppose we didn't both walk out immediately, point our guns at each other, and go, "Get the fuck away!"
I was hoping you would. Hoping you would.
This is where the
And
plan
then at the
falls
exact
apart.
same time to go, "Oh wait, it's you."
The 3 Night City denizens cannot pull off this plan because of it, because of the bozos. It's just not in our DNA.
You know, you walk out of the thing, and Suki suddenly has guns in 3 of her hands. She's like, "Get the fuck away! Get the fuck away! Back up, clown! Back up!"
it's Suzuki,
Oh. That's who, clown?
Vincent Straker, and John Barrows.
Jesus.
I mean, not that. We are back at home.
It's a genetic.
Us again. I'm in fact still us, not again. We didn't move. You just looked away briefly.
Right. So,
Still us. Carry on.
Obviously, cyber arms inside big baggy clown clothes. Ooh.
Well, that's handy, actually. So, Rubs, you can hide them down in your big baggy pants.
Or just in the same big baggy sleeve as your regular.
Yeah.
I'll fire up the garden mapping app, the police thing, and get to watching Precinct 1 to see when they're
So,
heading out.
how you doing that? Your agent is at your house.
Fuck.
You
Hole in the
stupid-
plan.
You stupid
I have a
bastard.
second agent.
You know how that works. If you fire that up, it will immediately cloud transfer your identity.
I mean, Suki has to buy the app. So I'm going to have to... Oh, you're going to have to purchase an app.
What?
It's the garden mapping.
That's why you're paying me so much.
The app doesn't cost 500 extra eddies.
Well, it's 100 80s, I believe.
Yeah, it's 100 eddies, and I'll add it on to your second payment.
Jesus. Oh, right, yeah, she got all the cyber arms in the world. That's why her humanity is surprisingly good, considering.
It is a cost you pay.
Okay.
That'll tell us when they're heading out. And we'll be able to pick a spot to hit them along the route. We'll probably have to tail them a bit.
Looks like they're heading up through the marina, over into Watson, then into Westbrook and down and into Santo Domingo. Guess they don't want to go through the combat zone.
Smart. We're going to have to figure out what will be the best place to hit them. What's the closest point to a combat zone? That's when they'll be most on edge, right?
Well, that would be here in the Glen.
Which is pretty close to their kickoff point.
Yep.
It means backup will be quick to respond.
Also means maybe they would be expecting to get hit right there.
Possible.
Which goes along with bozos, because we're unpredictable.
Yeah.
I mean, want to operate as quickly as possible, right? Under those circumstances. What's the NCPD's response time from, say, 3 blocks from Precinct 1? Criminology? Unless you have, like, knowledge policing.
You'd think we would.
Don't on the description. 14? You might get a better one than me. You get a more accurate read on it.
16.
Less than a minute.
We got less than a minute.
Has to be real fast then.
Have to be coordinated AF.
Yeah. At the same time that you're driving the bike in, we have to drive the getaway vehicle in as well. We'll have to pick you and her up just after the explosion.
Right, well, we better get to the car then.
We might want to leave the engine running on the getaway car.
I think we're going to be in it the whole time.
Yep, you're gonna have to be.
We might have to provide some covering fire, but we can't get out. Unless it's to drag them in, should they get waylaid.
Actually, considering it's just covering fire, I am going to switch weapons to...
First, who's got the best drive land vehicle at the moment? Because the driver can't shoot, well then they can't drive that. No, because it's your move, so you probably can.
Yep, you can.
We need to remember that, because often, if you're driving and I shoot at something, you could also shoot at something.
Sure can. The only time you wouldn't be able to is if you have the nitrous mod, which allows you to use your action as another move in the vehicle.
I'm actually going to use the medium pistol that I just always have on me but don't use, because that way if I fire off anything...
Don't you have no bullets for that?
Yeah, I don't, but I'm a bozo.
I'm surprised you don't use the, like, AR zappy gun.
I have a +6 in drive
the
land
speed
vehicle.
roll light gun.
Yeah.
I could use that, it's a 0d6. No, I would just use the...
What's your drive land vehicle like? Just so we know who's driving.
20.
20.
Well, it's a... sorry.
Whoa.
It's got 4 in it, and then a d10, so it's 14 minimum, I suppose, unless I roll.
That's all good. You should definitely be driving. And I just need to change. I don't want to use the dead or alive because it's a little more obvious. Because I've used it a bunch and it's an exotic weapon. So I will take the bike shotgun. Which is a shotgun I've never used before. It already has slugs in it. I will also leave behind America because it's super obvious. But my tuned very heavy pistol was bought from the precinct, so I also won't bring that. Alright, I think we're ready. Take us to the vehicle.
Okay, she'll lead you around the corner. Can you just give me a little perception check?
Both of us?
Yes.
13?
19.
Yes, people have definitely noticed the 2 clowns.
3 clowns. I think we need to get moving quickly.
Well, get around the corner and there is the hatchback Thornton Galena style vehicle. It's not a cool car. It's a Crodler.
But it's a car.
And it has the all-important hatchback for stowing bodies. Well, here you go. You'll straddle your bike.
I just read something else. We can't talk to her mid-op because we
Nope.
have an agent.
You're gonna have to go as soon as you hear things cook off, you know that.
Which
right?
means we just have to tail her and she has to make the choice when to hit. Just while we're waiting for the right time to strike, don't jet off, we won't be able to keep up.
Look, your escape vector pretty much has to be straight into that combat zone. I mean, they're going to follow you, but the sight of NCPD vehicles in there is going to really piss people off.
Yeah.
Soon they'll be bogged down in so much iron sights they won't know what to do.
And hopefully we can...
And the bozos have been really busy in South Combat Zones, so there's that layer of terror.
That could work in our favor. Right, let's do it.
I really hope somebody doesn't get killed just so I can get to second base with my girlfriend.
I'm sacrificing my bike for this.
But it's also getting Cat back.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, stupid logic. And we do our 1, 2, 3.
Time's a lady.
Look, I don't care what she did. Nobody deserves to be hooked up to that thing.
Well, she doesn't.
Well, okay, yeah.
Let me guess, if it was Khan, you'd be okay with it.
Be a bit weird, but...
Because it's not weird when it's her.
Presumably he'd be allowed more clothes.